Hey everybody, Tony Ray right here at our Backwoods Homestead again, and this is our shed to coop conversion part 3. So we left off when I was going to build the wall, and so me and Patty got that little wall right there built, and we got our nest boxes built. We still haven't installed them. We still got to put a little lid on it to open them up so we don't have to go inside the coop. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some hardware cloth on this side, and we may put our little stray pretty girl roll out in red in there for now so we can let her stay in this coop. But so we'll be back with the hardware cloth and more to come. Got my cup of Backwoods Homestead coffee here, and you can get this coffee off of our website, and if you'd like to know about it, some of you have already gotten it at the picnic, and it's good this morning. Now I can get to work. Okay guys, just back from a late, well not a late, but a dinner. We had ribs, and I had to bring this to the porch, and I'm going to cut one side of that wall, which is about 8 feet to the bottom. I'm going to cut one side. So we've got 36-inch, 25-foot, half-inch mesh opening for our hardware cloth inside the coop. So got this at Lowe's. I think it was like 25 feet was like $33, something like that. It's not cheap, but it's really the best one to do for coop. And nothing can get in there, no snakes, or it's going to be closed up pretty tight anyway. This stuff will cut you, so I bring some gloves. My little stray chicken is right there behind the camera. You might hear her squawking here in a minute. So I'm going to try to get this first piece cut. I got this stuff all wired up. I may have to cut that off. Let's see if we can get that up. Let's roll this up. We'll take it out to the coop. Be right back. Alright guys, it's getting a little bit too dark. I'm going to try to get this first piece tacked up. First I'm going to tack it up with a hand stapler. We'll see how that works. See what kind of a pain this is going to be by myself. A little awkward to work with by yourself. Hey guys, Tony Ray back here again at our backwoods homestead, and this is part 4 of our shed to coop conversion. So we left off yesterday at building the walls and everything. We got both walls built, except for we got to install those nesting boxes and then put the hardware cloth. We did put the hardware cloth on that one right there, and we got to do this one. So Patty's going to come out. I've got all the shoe baseboards nailed down and the flooring. We will finish that flooring right there. Continue when we get all this mess in here, but I kind of got it cleaned up so we can work in there today. So we're going to build, install the nesting boxes, and then we're going to build the door. The door is going to be 2 parts. The top of it's going to be one like a Dutch door, and then the bottom so we can open it and throw feed in there and not have to open the whole door and let the chickens out. We'll be back with more stuff right after this. So what I'm going to do in this video is we went ahead and built kind of the frame for our nesting boxes, and they're 12 inches deep, 16 and a half tall. But they're only 11 inches wide, and we only had a little over 35 inches to work with, so we're hoping that that's going to be big enough. So if not, we'll just take out one and make it single, but I think it's going to be fine. We looked it up. Some are bigger depending on what kind of chickens you have, but we're just going to have layers in here. So trying to figure out how high I want the nesting boxes, and I know they're supposed to be lower than the roost, of course. So I'm thinking about putting them a foot off. I'm not sure how that's going to be. I'm going to set them in here. So they're actually going to go this way, and there'll be a door on the front. I had them thought about putting them at 6 inches. It does fit in here, just got to get in. I don't know, I had them right there at around 6 inches from the floor. So that would probably be okay. But I wanted them up a little higher so we're not bending over, because we're going to have a door on the front. So we'll figure that out, and I'll come back and show you that. So I think I decided to cut those nesting boxes at 16 inches up. I don't think that's too far for the hens to jump up, and we won't have to bend down so far to get the eggs. Not that that's a big deal, but anyway, we thought we'd just put it a little bit further up from the ground level. And we did slant it so the chickens can't set up there and poop. So I'm going to cut these. I'm going to set it on this 2x4 here, which is 35 1/4. I'm going to cut this, put it in there, kind of tack it up, just see how that works. So we'll do that. Okay. That's our 16 inches right there. Up. This shed is not, it's definitely not level as far as from wall to wall, because whoever framed it in before wasn't framed exactly right, but matter of fact, that is perfectly level. So 35 1/4, we can slide our nesting boxes in there, and I'm going to secure this. I think that'll be okay. I see a lot of people put them on the floor, but I like it up just a little bit. We'll see how it works. We can always move it. So I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna put some, tack this, and then I'll put the box in there. We'll see how it looks, and we'll come back after that. Okay, we'll get this 2x4 in, and just gonna kind of tack it. Here's our stray chicken that we inherited. That's a pretty girl. She's a Rhode Island Red. She's looking at her new coop. You ready for your new coop, girl? Huh? Are you ready? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's amazing that turned out to be level, actually. I'm gonna have to just tack this. It's pretty level that way. It started to rain on me, so I had to move the camera. So anyway, we got that level. I had to cut it off so I could get the camera out of the rain. Pretty much level. Okay, here we go. All right. We'll set it up there, see what it looks like. Like I said, the slant side is going inside the coop. We're probably going to do it halfway and half and half. So I would rather the other side face in, but so we'll mount that. We won't put any. I may shoot some screws and countersink them into there, but we got to get it, make sure where we want to put it. Probably want more of the nesting box area inside the coop. If you were doing this probably outside of a coop, you'd probably put this facing more towards the nesting area inside the coop. But what we're going to do, we're going to have a, we'll have a, I don't know if you can see this, it'll be all the way to the end, and we'll just, bam, load it up right there. Real simple. And maybe put a little chain or something on it, or a hinge that stops. So I'm going to wait and get Patty out here, see if she can help me with this, and we'll figure this out, and then we'll frame this in and probably put a bracket here, a bracket there, and they might need to shim it right there. Like I said, this wall right here, this wall was bowed, and so I pulled off two of the top pieces here and tried to get it, you know, close as I could. But it's a chicken coop. It was a repo shed we got years ago, and so it makes a perfect coop. So, and we'll probably just put a board here, or we might put a hardware cloth. I don't know, to give it some ventilation. We're also going to put a window right here. We're just going to cut it out. We have some old windows. When we put in our new windows in our house, we always save everything because we refurbish everything. And so we may do that, put a window from the old house. It's built in the 30s or 40s, I think. Single pane, but it'll be okay. So anyway, I'm going to get Patty out here and we'll see how this is going to work out. Be right back. I'm going to do a little sanding on this and then we'll put it together. Okay, I'll get some more sandpaper because I want to take that watermark out and then probably just stain that. May not, but we'll show you the finished product of it. So Patty and I are going to put this together and we'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm going to tack this bottom board, which will keep the shavings in or hay in a little bit, and then we can put our hinges to this. This will be the stationary piece. So I'm going to tack it first. And I might put screws in this later. That's what I was afraid of right there. So I'll take that one out and then okay, we got this bottom little piece which is stationary. Sweetie's going to hold it. And then I'm going to put these screws. Well, we wouldn't normally use a long, because we really don't need this many screws in a on a hinge for something this solid, but we had it, and we probably had it in a shed for over 10-15 years, and I'm using it. I got 2 of them. I don't know what we had it in there for, but it was some project and we never used it. I'm just going to tack it now and see, kind of see how it is. Hello, pretty girl. I think pretty girl wants, I think she wants in her coop.
I think we need to give you a drill or something, pretty girl.
I think she's in the camera.
Here, pretty girl. Let's see.
Yeah, I think she wants to help. Pretty girl, do you see where you're going to lay your eggs? Is that what you're doing? Pretty girl. Yeah. I think you know what's going on, don't you? I think you know what's going on.
She probably thinks the screws are food.
Don't you bite those. Don't you eat those screws now. So we're going to get this on and then put our little handle on right here. Then we're going to go set it in the box. So okay, we got them in here. We got the nest boxes installed. We just kind of got it tacked in, put a piece of tape until we get the right latch. It's a long hinge, but that's what we had. So we got this up, and now I'm going to put in the perches on this side. And so I'm going to just screw this in. And that'll give them something to step up on and get up in their boxes. Okay, put one more in. All this wood, a lot of this wood we had laying around the homestead. So we saved a lot of money doing this. You know, I didn't check to see if that was level, but it's a perch. Maybe it don't have to be. But it was perfectly level. Look at that. That's unreal. Okay, everybody. We got our, some of that was off camera, but we got our boxes, nesting boxes in. Our our pull down door, and then I just built this little perch, and so I'm gonna drill some holes because this wood is too brittle, and it'll probably split on me, so I'm gonna drill a couple holes. Pretty girl, what are you doing in here? What are you doing in here, pretty girl? So let me put one in. Pretty girl's pecking on my bottom. So get this in. Those kind of countersink by themselves, so it's none of nothing for the chickens to get their feet caught on. There we go. There's our perch. Pretty girl, you want to jump up on your perch? Come here. Let's see a pretty girl to get on a perch. Get on your perch. Is that out far enough, pretty girl? Or should I put it further? Somebody should have put it further out. I don't know. How you like that? You want to get in your box? I think that'll work. You want to get down? Okay, we'll be right back with more right after this. All right. So there we go. There's our nesting boxes. 3 of them in there, and then this will. I just got tape on it right now. It'll fold down like that, and we'll have a little chain or something on it, and then the nesting box is right there, and I'll put that brace on here in a minute. It won't go. It'll go like this, so we have something to staple our hardware cloth to, like that. And then over here, that's where our nesting boxes are, and there's our little perch I just made, and that's pretty much it. And then the birds will be able to go in there. We may have to put a little ledge right here, something small, just to keep in the hay or the shavings. We'll put a little one by there or something. So we're getting it, and we're getting it done. So once we get those all secure, and they're pretty much secure, I just got to put a couple more screws in there. We'll put our 2x4s in between there and our hardware cloth that we got right there on that side. That side's done. And then the next thing we'll do is we will build that door out of 2x2s. So that'll be the next thing we do. I'm not sure if we're going to get to that today. This is part 4. Okay, everybody. Pretty much going to call it a day because it's getting ready to get dark. The sun's going down. And this is part 4, as we said before, on the shed to coop conversion. So today, what we accomplished, didn't seem like a lot, but it took a little while to do it. We finished that wall. All we have to do is put hardware cloth on it. Got it all braced, got it all level. We got our nesting box door. All we got to do is put a handle right here. We got all of our boxes done. it's ready for hay or shavings. Had some old oak wood just laying around that I had for a bench left over, and we had that big long hinge. And then I got this brace in right here, and perfectly level. Got that brace in for when we put a hardware cloth. We'll come down with one large piece. About 65 inches, and it's 36 inches across. And we'll just staple that right down to there. We got our, we decided to go with that box, like I said before. Most of the time you see nesting boxes inside, they're slanted, but it just seemed like this was more logical to do it like that. It gives them more headroom. And then I put a little perch out here that I step up on. That is about, I can't remember how far that is. It's maybe 8 inches. It's not that far. The nesting boxes are 16 inches high. That way, that gives them some room to step up right there. They can jump. A pretty girl's already been up in there, so it seems to be fine. So it turned out pretty good. We're happy with it. And turned out actually better than we thought it would. So we got that done. So that wall is finished. And I'll put some trim up around there. And right back here where that tripod is, that's going to be the roosting bars going pretty much all the way across. And I might put one, it's kind of close to the nesting boxes, but I was thinking about putting one there, maybe a low one. But we'll have two in the back, one high and one lower. And we're getting there. So this is part 4, and we'll pick up again on the next video. Will be part 5. Thanks for joining us right here at our Backwoods Homestead. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.